good holiday. I've got my little Padawan learner here. She is 3 weeks old right now. This is Chase's puppy, and she's doing awesome. She's just amazing. So I'm having a lot of fun with her, playing and raising her up. She's pretty sweet. For those of you who don't know, Chase had one puppy in her litter, so we call it a lit or singleton, and I've been blessed with this sweet girl. So obviously we've been having a good time with her right now and raising her up. So a couple people have asked me why Bernese Mountain Dogs and why do I love this breed, and it's sort of a simple answer, but sort of not. You have to kind of go back to where I started. When I was 10 years old, I was in 4-H, and I showed my chocolate lab, Link, and he was a cool dog. He was tough, so I learned a lot in how to train a dog. That wasn't easy, and I actually did really well in obedience with him as I grew up, not as I was little, but once I got to be about the same size as him, we did really well in obedience. But I never really got very far in conformation with him because he was field bred. He wasn't pretty, which is helpful in the conformation ring. And so I started showing a golden retriever who had hair, which was pretty, it was cute. And I loved having a little bit of hair. So that I could play with, that I could groom and get ready for the show. So fast forward to when after college, had some discretionary income, and I made a list of what I wanted in a dog, my lifestyle. I wanted a medium, large dog, medium to large dog, anywhere from a golden retriever up to a bull mastiff I was looking at. But I wanted a dog I could do something with and go play with, go on hikes, that I could train myself. That I wasn't looking for a terrier or a hound, which are typically a little more challenging to train, or a herding dog who has a lot of high energy, because it's not something that I was interested in. I didn't want a border collie or something that was super barky, although Chase likes to bark. But so I landed on a few different breeds, and I called some breeders that were recommended by the regional club and talked to them about that type of breed. One was Portuguese Water Dogs, and I decided I didn't want the grooming that comes with a coat like a Portuguese Water Dog or a Poodle that just keeps growing, because you have to groom it every month and learn how to use clippers, and it wasn't something I was interested in. I wanted an undercoat and a regular shedding coat. I was okay with that, but I wanted a happy, goofy dog that was fun to work with, manageable, not a Great Dane size, and I wanted something that was hairy. I love hair. I didn't mind sweeping or vacuuming. I have wood floors, so I don't have to vacuum. I have runner rugs everywhere because I worry about knees and blown cruciate, so we have runner rugs. But I wanted something that I could groom and work with the hair and learn how to groom the hair. So I do wash my dogs and blow dry them once a month, so I get that dead hair out, so it's not in my house. I wanted something that was pretty. I think that's probably why most people go to Bernese Mountain Dogs. Is I remember my very first email when I was really uneducated about what getting a good dog means. I wanted a wide white blaze. I have that email to remind myself when people ask me that in a puppy, that I don't get upset, because as a breeder, when you learn more about the breed, you realize it's not about the paint job, it's not about the markings, it's about the structure, the health of the puppy, and making sure the parents have their hips and elbows and eyes and heart all done and verifiable in burner guard. So the health of my puppy, the deck is stacked in her favor to be healthy and have those same health clearances that her parents have, that she can be healthy her whole life. I wanted a breed that was trainable, that's fun to go do stuff with. Bernese can herd, they can draft, they can do obedience, they can hike, they can do conformation, they can do tracking, all sorts of fun stuff that I like to go do stuff with my dogs. It's why I have dogs. I don't have dogs to be lap dogs unless they're 3 weeks old. They go out and do stuff with me. As you can see in my videos, I go out and do stuff and show and track and herd and hike and draft, pull carts, all sorts of fun things to have a good time with my dogs. And the reason I like to do stuff with my dogs is it builds a relationship, and my dogs are better for it. They're happier, they're content, they're not destructive. I can't remember the last time I had a dog chew anything in my house. The dogs are tired, they get to think. Dogs love to think and use their brain. So I do a lot of training. Deuce goes to class every week, and Chase will go back to class after she's off maternity leave. And you know, the one thing that was challenging with the Bernese Mountain Dog is they're not a cheap breed, and I say not cheap is not the price of the puppy, it's the investment in the dog's lifetime. It's not the healthiest breed. We do have a lot of health issues in this breed. That's why we do a lot of health tests before we breed them, so we trying to breed better dogs, not just dealing with the health issues that we have. We are trying to avoid them, and we avoid them by testing and using Berners.org. But I have been super lucky, knock on wood. The dogs I've bred and the dogs I've owned have been healthy throughout their life. Now, I've dealt with cancer. I've lost pretty much all of my dogs to cancer. They've made it to about 7, and most of them to 9 that I've had. So I knock on wood, I haven't lost anything super young yet. But there's a lot of issues within the breed, so you do have to know the lines and make sure you see mom and you see the pedigree and burner garden. You see what dogs are dying of in the pedigree and what age. You can look that up. You can find that out. I'm trying to tell people that. If you look at my other videos, it's important to know that information, and you can get it on Berners.org if you buy from a breeder that is a responsible preservation breeder that's trying to preserve this amazing breed, one puppy at a time, which is what apparently I'm doing. I don't have a lot of big litters. I have amazing 1 puppies. I wanted to also, something that went into my decision was to start in a breed that I could show myself. I love to show my dogs, and the fact that I could go in that ring and not hire a professional handler and learn how to do it myself from scratch, which is what I did, it was amazing. And so that way I saved money because I didn't have to pay for a professional handler, and I got to do it myself and have that owner-handler aspect of showing my dog. Not all people show their dogs, obviously, with Bernese Mountain Dogs. They make amazing pets, but you got to get them from the right breeder that will make sure you have the right temperament for your family, that has the right temperament in their lines, that you know the temperament. You're not buying offline, you're not buying from someone that ships you a puppy and you've never seen, sight unseen the parents. You've got to verify the health clearances on Berners. I can't hammer that home enough. It's so important. A lot of breeders out there trying to do the right thing and make sure that this breed is healthy. So support those folks, and making sure we can keep this breed going for a long time with healthy dogs that have good temperaments and can live a great life. So that's why I got into this breed. I love them. I think they're amazing, and I can't imagine another breed. I think many breeds are very beautiful, but to live in my house, I love goofy, happy, sometimes very sensitive and anxiety ridden breed, but you can work through that with good training and good support from friends and breeders, trainers. They're not a cakewalk. It's not a Labrador. There is some sensitivities in the breed, or sometimes this breed isn't great for really elderly people because they get to be 110 pounds and they get to be big. They don't stay this little forever. Gosh, it would be amazing if they did, but they don't. And so it is good to know if you have physical limitations, maybe this breed isn't the best for you, because they can be quite strong. I have been pulled off my feet by a dog when I was in training with it. So something to note, but happy to answer any questions about the breed, about why I love it. I have no problem with lots of hair. In fact, it's something I've dealt with for a very long time, but I'm good at grooming, so I get the hair out with a dryer and bath. So do not get this breed if you don't want hair on, like for right now, in my wrapping paper and my Scotch tape, or it's kind of everywhere. But I do clean, and we sweep and mop and vacuum where appropriate, but we still get dog hair in many places. So I hope that answers most people's questions about why I love this breed, but they have a big place in my heart, and this was very helpful to have a puppy in my hands.
hope you guys enjoyed her. She's gonna say, thanks everybody. She doesn't have much to say.